Hello, beautiful people. My name is Ariani Diaz, or Ariani Noeli. I did a little rebranding. But my name is Ariani Noeli, and welcome to my beautiful channel. In this channel, we discuss things beauty and self-empowerment and things that just interest me. So, So today we will be talking about a topic that arrived as an inspiration from work that I've been doing myself, and is how to alchemize the emotions of envy and jealousy and use them for your own empowerment without causing yourself and other people self-destruction. I hope that makes sense. So in this video, I will be exploring that topic from the lens of a framework that I've seen the Theosophical, I think it's called the Theosophical Society, talk about, which is kind of like the different plane levels of existence. And one of those planes of existence, levels or planes of existence, they call it the emotional body. But in plain terms, is that as a human being, we experience emotions, and that experience can also be felt on a physiological level, which means that you also experience emotions such as joy, and in this case negative emotions such as jealousy, envy. You also feel it in the body. So yeah, let's make that clear. You are not necessarily emotions, but you experience emotions and you can channel them in different ways. Yes. And I'm just checking in with myself to see I really wanted to say that. So in itself, you are not your emotions. You experience your emotions. Your emotions are also telling you information about what's going on external. It could be from external stimuli, or it can also be something that is telling you internally. So I wanted to clarify that. And let's close it in and let's bring it in. So as you may know, today will be talking about the emotions of envy and jealousy. And I did a little bit of research to see what was like the actual difference between the emotions of envy and jealousy. And the difference is that the emotion of envy, or the feeling of envy, is that you want what another person have for yourself, and jealousy comes from insecurity. So like, I'll give you guys an example. I have a boyfriend and I see him potentially looking at another girl or another woman, and I feel jealous. I feel jealous that I can potentially, he could potentially move and, flirt with her or do whatever. I hope that makes sense. So I think that all humans experience envy or jealousy at least once in their lifetimes. I'm gonna take it back. I don't think all, but I think it's in the curriculum of a lot of humans to come to this world and experience the feelings and the emotions of jealousy and envy. And in my experience, these the emotions of envy and jealousy is not necessarily a bad thing, but is how we react to experiencing these emotions and feeling these emotions. That's when it can become a problem for us. Like, how are we going to channel the very uncomfortable feeling of envy and jealousy, especially if you come from a society that shame these emotions, that are like, oh no, you're not supposed to feel these emotions. I mean, I when I was thinking about doing this video, I think about the song of one of the singers, Bia, and she says in one of the lines of one of her songs, she's like, I don't hang with jealous bees, because that's a weak disease. So like we know that in popular culture, in society, you being a jealous person or an envious person is like a bad thing. However, again, in my experience, I want you to bring it down here and know that you are not your emotions, and that you are not your emotion, but that you're somebody that's actually that can embody those emotions and that feels those emotions. So to alchemize the feelings of jealousy and envy into something that empowers you and doesn't create self-destruction, the first thing that you must do is acknowledge it. So the fact that you're here in this video, it could be because you're curious and you want to learn about, a person that feels these emotions and educate yourself, or you're like, you realized and you acknowledged it, like, oh my God, I am feeling jealousy, I am feeling envy, I feel terrible about myself because I shouldn't be feeling these feelings. But you are feeling those feelings, and that's okay. And the first thing that I want you to do is stop chronically shaming yourself for feeling envy and jealousy. In my experience, so this is anecdotal evidence, and also some things that I've seen other people share from their experience of feeling these feelings. When we are feeling envy, that feeling, when you sit with it a little bit longer and you let go of the shame of it and you sit from a place of wanting to understand where it's coming from, it's usually letting us know that we want we want what somebody else has. Not necessarily the exact thing, but we want something similar for us. An example, if one of your friends buys a home, and that's like been a desire for you, that's a dream of yours, so you seeing them get a home, you're like, oh my God, I'm feeling envious. So that feeling in itself is telling you that that's something that you want. So it's not necessarily bad. If you take it as like, oh, that person have a home and I can't have a home because they have a home, and you, then it can be bad. But if you reframe it like, oh my God, if she can do it, or if he did it, I can do it as well, then it becomes empowering for you. You can ask further questions if they are a friend, right? So that's how you can work with envy. That is essentially what envy is telling us. We want what somebody else is experiencing or somebody else have. We want something similar for our own. And yes, I have to clarify that as well, because sometimes it's not necessarily we want the exact same thing. It's that we want something similar. Yeah, that was like number one. So stop chronically shaming yourself. Shame can be a good emotion as well. However, when it's done chronically, in my experience, and again, this is anecdotal evidence, it freezes you. It doesn't want to make you move. You become like stagnant. You're like, you just want to curl up in your bed and you're like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to move. Yeah. So once you move and you work through the shame of feeling envious, and these videos that people are sharing their experience of being envious or jealousy, those things help, because now you know that you're not alone. Now you know that you're not alone, and this is a normal human emotion, and that can help you. It's kind of like group therapy in a way. So once you are able to move shame out of the work or work through your shame, then again, you're gonna sit a little bit more with the emotion and be like, why am I feeling envious, or why am I feeling jealousy? Again, you will realize that it's because when it comes to envy, somebody else has what you want. Like, for example, I used to feel envious all the time when I used to see people doing YouTube videos or being more consistent in YouTube, because I wanted to be the same. So like, I realized, so once I started making or working towards my dream, then the envy subsidized. Like, I'm not longer envious of like people that do YouTube videos or share their work online. I'm often inspired. And that's another thing, you can use envy and transform it into inspiration. So that's that. Okay, so again, stop chronically shaming yourself. And then again, sit with a little bit more of what the envy and the jealousy is telling you, and understand that this itself is also bringing in information for you. And the third thing is to bring in self-compassion. Bringing in self-compassion. When we think that we have done something bad, again, in these topics, I feel are taboo. So like, again, when we are thinking that we're doing something bad, something that is not normal, something that we shouldn't feel, I think we have to bring in a lot of self-compassion, especially because this is part of being human. Feeling emotions is part of being human. So I want you to create space for you to be compassionate for yourself, and for you to bring in love for yourself, and like treat yourself kindly throughout this entire process of you alchemizing your emotions of jealousy and envy, so that you're able again to move towards that you are able to move towards a self-image, or a self that is more empowered. I thought I had a lot more to say, but for now I'm gonna keep it as simple as that. And I want to end this video by saying, by quoting something that I saw in psychology.com, that it says, if envy is the personal pain caused by the desire for the advantages of others, jealousy is the personal pain caused by the fear of losing one's advantages to others, or sharing one's advantages with others. Yeah, and again, I'm just the intention was with this video is to create a safe space for you to explore your own feelings of jealousy and envy, and really think about what these feelings are telling you about yourself, and also about how you feel about the world and other people. And for you to realize that it's a very normal human emotion, and that a lot of humans experience it. I have read from some people that say that they said that they haven't. But again, that's not the experience of the majority of people. Okay, and I had to go and take care of my children, but I did not want to leave you like empty-handed and with all this information that might be new to you. And right now what we're going to do is an EFT practice to decrease the emotional intensity of the feelings of jealousy and emotions, so that they can be released of the body, and also you can come back to the body as well. So we're gonna start. If you don't know what EFT is, or if you don't know where to tap, just follow what I'm saying, and repeat it as often as you can. And feel free that once you learn the meridian points for EFT, you can tweak it and you can make it your own. This is more of generalization of the feelings and the emotions of jealousy and envy. So we're going to start with the karate chop point. Even though I feel jealousy and envy, and these feelings are extremely and deeply uncomfortable, I choose to deeply and completely accept myself. Even though these feelings I have repressed these feelings, and these feelings make me feel extremely uncomfortable, I'm gonna let these feelings transform my life and let me know the information that I need to move on with my life. Even though jealousy and envy feel really uncomfortable and sometimes can feel as if I am a failure and that I feel shameful about it, I'm going to still feel them, and I'm still choosing to deeply and completely accept where I am and accept myself. Even though jealousy and envy seems to be taking full control of my life, I'm going to work with these feelings, and I'm going to, again, let them guide me and let them tell me the information that I need in my life in order to make my dreams come true. And even though I feel shame in regards to feeling envy and jealousy, and it creates uncomfortable feelings in my body, I am still going to choose to completely and deeply love myself through the process. Even though jealousy and envy have made me feel ugly in the past, shameful in the past, and I feel that others' success and what they have I can't have, I'm going to work with this, and I'm going to let this empower myself. I'm going to work with my envy and work with my jealousy, and I am going to feel my feelings and work with what I got. I choose to completely and deeply love myself and accept myself. Ooh. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope that that little bit of EFT practice was able to just neutralize a little bit more the emotions of envy and jealousy, and that you're able to come a little bit more into your body and feel less shameful. And I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.